Welcome to Stories My Mother Told Me. The title of today's story is What Crown Will You Wear? In a small part of the bustling city of Redwood lived famous and wealthy families. There is constant competition between the families. Everyone wants to outshine the others. So the city was filled with affluent but unhappy families. They are never satisfied with all they've acquired. They would constantly work and keep striving for more and more. There is always something in front of them to go after. As a result, they hardly spend time together as a family. Husbands and wives would argue and fight because of money and things money can buy. The parents did all they could to instill the desire to get rich in the hearts of their kids. So even in schools, the air of competition blew non-stop. The children were always unhappy, stressed, and anxious because of the pressure their parents were putting on them. One would think that the rich are supposed to be problem-free. But yeah, they are not. Amidst this craziness, there lived the Hendricks family. They had a daughter named Asia. The Hendricks were doing well for themselves, but at the same time were not part of the rivalry going on in the city. They taught their daughter to be compassionate and treat people equally regardless of their status. Hence, she was known for her radiant smile and kind hearts and her warmth that attracted people to her. Asia and Neely became best of friends as their families were next door neighbors. They would go to school together, come back together, have lunch together, and literally does almost everything in each other's company. Neely couldn't help but notice how happy Asia and her family are. They are not as wealthy as Neely's family, but they are satisfied with all they had and do not keep striving to get more. Her parents would come back from work at the same time, and the whole family always had dinner together. Neely would constantly tell her parents how happy their neighbors are and how she wished their family become like theirs. But every time she brought this up, they would yell at her and remind her that they are doing all of this to secure a future for her. It is true that they took care of all her needs, but they never really asked her what she wanted in life. As the years went by, the girls grew up to be young adults. Neely, just like the other kids, continued in the same path her parents walked. She wasn't allowed to follow her dreams. She studied so hard to be what her parents wanted her to be. In no time, she became very sick and was falling deep into depression. She was taken to the hospital and the doctor said the only issue with her is that she isn't happy, so he recommended a therapy for her. During the session, she told her therapist all that bothered her. She admitted that her life is miserable. She is going through so much pressure at home and she only wants to run away. Seeing how deep her concerns were, the therapist invited her parents and told them all the concerns their daughter had. But they quickly dismissed it and left in anger. When they got home, they had a heated dispute with Neely and reminded her that she must wear the same crown they wore. She is not allowed to bring embarrassment to the family and she must pursue a noble course. She was also restricted from hanging out with Asia, claiming that she had no dreams in life whatsoever. Seeing that she had no option, she continued on the road her parents have chosen. The more she tried, the deeper she fell into despair. Neely became a shadow of herself. She would lock herself all day, say no word to anyone, starve, and weep all day long. It took her parents 1 week to notice that their once cheerful daughter has become a shadow. At this point, her parents began to ponder over all that had happened. Her father, now determined to make things right, went to visit Hendrik to ask him how he does it all. How is he able to manage family and work, that they are always happy? After several suggestions, Hendrik told him to ask his daughter what she really wants. And if she finds it difficult to make a decision, you can take her to the Crown Emporium. 2 days later, Nili's parents asked her what she wanted to do with her future. Her eyes sparked, and she found herself standing at a crossroads, pondering the type of crown she would love to wear in her journey through life. Confused, she asked the father to give her some time to ponder over this. A few days after, her father got her a ticket to visit the enigmatic Crown Emporium, a place rumored to offer crowns symbolizing different facets of life: fame, money, and love. Intrigued, Nili decided to embark on this adventure. As she entered the Crown Emporium, she was greeted by a wise and eccentric proprietor named Theophilus. He explained that each visitor was entitled to try on 3 crowns, each representing one of the coveted aspects: fame, money, and love. Nili, curious and open-minded, eagerly agreed. First, she tried on the crown of fame. Suddenly, she found herself in a dazzling spotlight, surrounded by cheerful crowds and flashing cameras. The air was filled with excitement, the same life some of her classmates are currently enjoying. As soon as she looked closer, she realized that the faces in the crowd were strangers, and the applause seemed distant and hollow. Fame, it seemed, was a lonely crown. Next, she donned the crown of money. Instantly, she found herself surrounded by opulence and luxury. Expensive cars, lavish parties, and glittering jewels adorned her reality. This is the life she currently has. Yet, as the days passed, Nili discovered that the pursuit of wealth came at the cost of meaningful connections. The richness of her surroundings couldn't fill the void of loneliness that echoed through the empty halls of her heart. Finally, Nili tried on the crown of love. In an instant, she was enveloped in warmth and tenderness. She found herself in the company of dear friends, a loving family, and a partner who cherished her for who she was. The laughter and shared moments filled her heart with a profound sense of joy and fulfillment. Love, it seemed, was the crown that illuminated the heart. With a thoughtful smile, she turned to Mr. Theophilus and declared, "The crown I would love to wear is the crown of love. For in love I find the richness of connection, the joy of shared moments, and the warmth that sustains the heart." Her parents watched as their daughter passionately described the kind of future she envisioned, a life they've never imagined. With tears in their eyes, they hugged her and apologized for letting fleeting things blind their eyes towards what's really important in life. They promised to support her dreams and also adjust their priorities in life. As Nili left the Crown Emporium, she carried not a physical crown but a newfound understanding. She realized that while fame and money have their allure, it was love that adorned her with the most precious crown of all, a crown that radiated with genuine happiness and fulfillment. She decided to create a platform where parents and children were taught the real value of life and true meaning of happiness. Gradually, the people of Redwood started readjusting their priorities and families became happier. And so, in the city of Redwood, Nili embraced her chosen crown, sharing its warmth and joy with those around her. In the end, she discovered that the crown she chose to wear not only adorned her own head but also touched the lives of others, creating a life of love that enriched the entire community. This is story my mother told me. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends as these help us grow. Thank you and see you in our next story. Bye!